Take a look around you right now. Your phone, your laptop, your TV, your Wi-Fi router, even your washing machine. Every single one of them depends on something smaller than your fingernail, a microchip. It's easy to think of microchips as mysterious black squares that somehow think, but inside them is a world so complex that it rivals a living city. Roads, switches, traffic signals, and billions of tiny decisions happening every second, all packed into a sliver of silicon. So, what exactly is inside a microchip? Is it wires? Is it code? Is it electricity doing math? Let's shrink ourselves down and take a tour inside one of the most important inventions in human history. Right here, on History of Simple Things. At the core of almost every microchip is one simple material: silicon. Silicon comes from sand, ordinary sand. After being purified and refined, silicon becomes a semiconductor, which means it can act like a conductor of electricity sometimes and an insulator at other times. That flexibility is what makes it so powerful. A microchip starts as a large, ultra-pure silicon crystal grown into a cylinder called an ingot. That ingot is sliced into extremely thin discs known as wafers. Each wafer will eventually contain hundreds or even thousands of individual chips. By itself, silicon doesn't do much. The magic happens when we carefully manipulate it at the atomic level. If you open a microchip, at least with a microscope powerful enough, you won't find gears or tiny machines. You'll find transistors, lots of them. A transistor is basically a microscopic switch. It can be on or off, that's it. But here's the mind-blowing part. Modern chips can contain billions of transistors. Each one is smaller than a virus. When transistors turn on and off in carefully designed patterns, they represent binary code, ones and zeros. And those simple ones and zeros combine to form numbers, instructions, images, sounds, videos, and even artificial intelligence. Your phone's processor might have more transistors than there are people on Earth, all working together all the time. From the outside, a microchip looks flat and boring. Inside, it's more like a layered city. Chips are built in dozens of ultra-thin layers, stacked on top of each other. Each layer has a specific job. Some hold transistors, others carry electrical signals, and others connect everything together. These layers are created using a process similar to photography. Engineers coat the silicon wafer with light-sensitive chemicals, shine patterns onto it using extreme ultraviolet light, and then etch away microscopic shapes. The precision is insane. Some features are measured in nanometers, which is a billionth of a meter. At this scale, even a speck of dust is a disaster. Transistors alone don't do much unless they're connected. That's where the wiring comes in. Inside a chip are miles of microscopic metal pathways, usually made of copper. These act like highways, carrying electrical signals from one transistor to another. But unlike roads on a map, these wires don't just spread out in two dimensions. They go up and down, weaving through layers in a dense three-dimensional maze. Signals race through these paths at near light speed. Every tap, swipe, or click you make sends electrical pulses through this microscopic highway system in fractions of a second. Microchips don't think like humans, but they do follow logic, very strict logic. Inside the chip are structures called logic gates. These gates take electrical signals as inputs and produce outputs based on simple rules. For example, and gates only turn on if both inputs are on, or gates turn on if at least one input is on, and not gates flip signals from on to off. By combining millions of these logic gates, chips can perform calculations, compare values, make decisions, and follow instructions line by line. Every app you open, every video you watch, every game you play is just logic gates firing in carefully timed sequences. Some parts of a microchip are dedicated to memory, but not the kind that stores your photos or files. This is working memory, often called cache. It's incredibly fast and sits right next to the processing units. Its job is to temporarily hold data the chip needs right now. Think of it like items laid out on a kitchen counter while you're cooking. You could keep running back to the pantry, but it's much faster to have everything within arm's reach. This tiny on-chip memory helps your device feel instant and responsive. Inside every microchip is a rhythm, a heartbeat known as the clock signal. This clock keeps everything synchronized. It tells transistors when to switch, when to wait, and when to pass signals along. Modern chips operate at billions of cycles per second. Without this clock, everything would happen at random, and the chip would instantly fail. With it, billions of operations happen in perfect order every second. It's not intelligence, it's choreography. If all parts of a microchip ran at full power all the time, it would overheat instantly. So chips include power management systems. These sections control which parts of the chip are active and which are sleeping. When you're just reading text, your phone doesn't need its graphics processor at full blast. When you start gaming, power flows where it's needed. This is why modern devices can be both powerful and energy efficient, running for hours on a small battery. So what exactly is inside a microchip? Not thoughts, not intelligence, not magic, just silicon, transistors, wires, logic, timing, and power, all arranged with astonishing precision. Simple components, repeating billions of times, creating something far greater than the sum of its parts. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.